it's a disaster out here in California. As you know, we're in several industries. We're actually a private equity firm that manages several subsidiaries. Some are in retail, some are in real estate. And when you look at the fact that the real estate market has dropped, the lenders are hurting, the borrowers are hurting, and now even if we do anything with interest rates, everyone's credit cards are maxed out. People can't keep their credit scores high. And in the retail industry, people aren't spending because they're in a frozen situation where they can't even move.
Don't want to be afraid to look at business differently. Don't be afraid to do that. Don't be married to traditional business. Don't be married to everything that you've been taught. Don't be afraid to look at things in another way. You're a free thinker. You have your own mind. There's many things that when new ideas were brought into this country, all the inventions that have happened from beginning to end, everyone was first considered crazy before they were considered brilliant.
Well, lean management is an extreme focus on minimizing waste and really beginning to get operational excellence out of any operation that you have. And I think that was a great experience for me, going to Japan and going throughout Canada and North America doing consulting. And that laid a good foundation for what now has evolved into value-centered management. And we often get caught up in our departments and in traditional business, traditional education, and without realizing it, everyone's building their own kingdom, their own silo, and they begin to work against each other without even realizing it. Even though they're all saying the customer is always right, is your structure built in which you can really serve them in that way? I think he should be crying out for the people like me, the entrepreneurs, the corporations, the middle-class America that's out there trying to survive. It's his job not just to lower rates or raise rates, but to talk to the president and talk to everyone up there on the Hill and let them know that we have a crisis on our hands and we need to pull together and do more, do absolutely what is necessary. And who says we have to do it the way we've always done it? We shouldn't be stuck in traditional ways of doing things. We need a non-traditional solution. We have a non-traditional problem.
We're still asking the question, who said so? This is the question. Who says we have to do it the way we always have done it? And today in traditional business, one of the biggest problems that we have is we build departments. What's the key word in departments? It's depart. What's the key word in division? It's a division, a divide. We set up little kingdoms within our business. Everyone beating their chest while they're the savior to the business.
Because really it's kind of deceptive. You start off with good intentions, but then as you grow and as your departments get bigger, as the politics get bigger, as all the personalities get involved, it gets more and more difficult to really stay focused on that customer and make sure that you align the organization at all times to be completely focused on what the customer is asking for.
And in value-centered management, I've taken the organization chart and flipped it upside down. And your executives really should be on the bottom of the organization, providing direction, foundation, and leadership. The people that are closer to the customer are at the top of the organization. So if the customer is at the top of the organization, if that's who really pays your salary, that's who really pays your bills, then why in the world is the org chart the other way around? We should all be striving to get up to where the customer is.
The customer needs to be the CEO. The customer needs to be running our business today. This is why we have to think differently. So when we put the customer at the top, this means the customer begins to drive how we adjust our business. This is where the world is going. What's one of the most popular internet sites today is YouTube. That's what they're telling you, that you take control. Upload what you want to see. Google makes its money helping you go where you want to go. In 2006, Time said the person of the year was you, because we are taking control, especially with the technology age. And so this is why we have to think different. How can you empower your customer to tell you what to do? This is where you can survive. What's happening in the airline industry, and how does this impact us, and how can we learn from it? We did a survey not long ago where people said the top 5 things we're worried about is feeling we got the absolute best price, feeling extremely safe and secure, getting to my destination 100% of the time, then booking process being easy, and being the least amount of time in the air. I want a lot of direct flights. There was a lot of other things people asked about: respect, comfortable seats and environment and having entertainment and all of that. But we found out the core values was those things that I just mentioned. And sure enough, you look in the airline industry today, there's a lot of lavish airlines with plush seats and TVs inside, and they're just bankrupting left and right. Southwest said, we're going to give you some peanuts, we're going to give you more direct flights, we're going to give you cheap tickets, we're going to sing a song before we start, keep a friendly atmosphere, we're going to make sure all our planes are exactly the same so we can maintain them and have preventive maintenance and keep them safe. We're going to do whatever we have to. We're going to not have no big old thing going down the aisle, bumping your elbows. We're going to get your order exactly and bring you exactly what you're asking for. And when we get done, you'll be wild with our service. And we're going to take you to direct flights, not a lot of hubs and all of that. So all the lavish airlines are going under and people are eating peanuts and Southwest is rising. Why? Because they're focusing on value. I'd like to leave that thought with you. If you're stuck in tradition, ask the question, who said so? We have to get away from traditional thinking and be willing to do what our customers truly value. Thank you very much for your time.